everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. It is another episode here. Join me for coffee with Colby. We are going to talk about diving into inner work, right? I'm sure most of you are probably still in your PJs if you're kind of lounging around, but we want to start getting motivated, creating that schedule, doing all of those things to keep us happy, healthy, and to keep us in alignment, right? So welcome. And we are going to do this. Let's see. There we go. Good morning. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the inner work because there's a lot of posts that I've been seeing where people are really struggling with the quarantine. They're struggling with time alone. They're struggling with restlessness, that sense of restlessness and that sense of isolation. People are really struggling with it. And the key here is to do the inner work. What is that inner work that is needed so that you have peace within yourself, so that you find comfort in your own company, so that that need for anything outside is found within. That's not always easy, right? Sometimes we look to friends for validation. We look to friends for that social connection. We just want the energy of outside people. That's really normal. Some of us, even if you're an introvert, you may get that energy and that zest from outside of you as well, right? So finding that time to do the inner work rather than, good morning, everybody, rather than wasting time. I see a lot of people wasting time either complaining or talking about what they're doing or not doing at this moment, really binging on TV. And really, TV is great and TV is fun, but not to take up the whole day. This is such a golden opportunity for you to kind of work on anything that you've been wanting to work on, whether that be a project, an assignment, or whether that's something within. But that inner work is what's going to create that peace. That inner work is really what's going to create the balance. And when you have balance, you're going to be able to go through ups and downs without feeling deprived, without feeling that something is missing. People are having trouble because something is missing, or they're feeling uncomfortable in their own company. And when we do that inner work, we can find that solitude within ourselves, that solitude, that balance, that comfort, that nurturing. Remember to nurture yourself. You don't need it from others. You can do it within. And finding that sense to reconnect to nature. Are you taking advantage? You might not be able to go for a hike or a trail, but I'm laughing because, look, talk about weight. Let me just show you this. Hang on. We got Stan, look. Hang on. Look at this. Fresh air. But you can get fresh air, Jessica. Look. You ever feel like somebody's watching you? I just had to share. I'm sitting there looking at you talking about nature, and there he is spying on me. But it's just about finding that space within you and finding that connection that gives you everything you need. So if you have your own little back space, a back patio, a backyard, anything like that, why don't you just go outside and sit out there, enjoy it, look up at the sky, do some weeding. You might not be able to plant any flowers because you can't go to the store, but why not do some weeding if you can, or nurturing to the ground that you do have. Just sitting there, sitting in the space, even with yourself, why are you, so take the time to say, why am I uncomfortable? What is bothering me? That sort of thing, right? What is bothering me? And what can I do about it? What can I do about it? Instead of creating the excuses, well, I can't go to the store, or I can't go out to eat, or I can't go for hikes, I can't go to the beach. Rather than what you can't, focus on what you can. What can you do? What can you do? You can certainly sit outside. Absolutely. You can get a breath of fresh air. If you're in New York, you're in a little bit of a different situation, but you still can probably get some fresh air. Maybe open up a window if that's a possibility. Finding that place, or even if you can't. So even if for some reason you're in a situation where that's not an option, take yourself into a meditation in which you do have that experience. It will really work. Your mind will feel and thrive on that experience. So take yourself in a meditation through a memory, and you'll have that experience. So we can do whatever we put our mind to. We can create, we can manifest, we can find that balance, we can find that peace. But rather than pushing it off, rather than taking this time and pushing things away and pushing things off because you don't want to deal with it, or because it's difficult to kind of deal with what's coming up within, take that time to say, all right, look, what can I work on within? What am I struggling with? And how do I move past it? It can be a growth opportunity. This is such a wonderful opportunity for growth. It is an opportunity for community. How can you connect to others if you can't do it in the physical, right? How can we create it? They're calling it social distancing, but really it isn't. It's physical distancing, right? So social distancing really isn't very accurate, because you can certainly be social. You can call someone, you can connect over the telephone, you can connect over the media, you can connect over Facebook, all of those things. So you just can't be physical. It's the physical distancing. So again, are you going to let this beat you? Are you going to let this play with your head? Are you going to let this mess with your mind? Rather than saying, all right, look, so some things are going to be put on hold. That gives me an opportunity to work on other areas that I haven't had time for because I was distracted, because I was going out to eat or spending time with friends. I didn't have time to heal that broken relationship, heal that heart that's been hurting, heal some emotional scarring that you may have experienced, heal that codependency. What if you're codependent? Take this opportunity to work on that. Take this opportunity to say, okay, wait a second. How do I find a way to find that inner strength to work through all of this? It's going to make you a stronger person. It's going to make you definitely more balanced, right? And why not use this to your advantage? We don't have to be paralyzed just because we're quarantined. And I think that, look what Italy did, right? Italy got on balconies and they sung and they socialized. They did everything they needed to do. They didn't let it get them down. Yet there's a lot of people who are letting this get you down. Don't let it get you down. Don't let this get you down. Just think outside the box. What are your options? What can you do? What is the opportunity? What is being taught to you in this moment? Right? What about that? And maybe it's about making sure you can still move forward even if you have to sit still during the process. I know some of you are like, what? No, I don't wanna. Anyhow, I see all the scrolling coming up, so thank you. It took a while. It's been a little funky today. But listen, just use this opportunity for yourself. So remove excuses. That's the first thing. Stop making excuses. If you're kind of going to post something that's an excuse, at least be mindful of it. Own your excuse and say, all right, I'm making an excuse, right? And why am I making that excuse? Why am I saying, well, it has to be this because, or I can't because, or I want to, but I can't. Those excuses are part of the inner work that needs to be done, right? We're all in this. Everyone's in it, right? So you're either in the front lines working hard on it, or you're one of the good ones, hopefully staying home and keeping others safe and keeping yourself safe. So rather than create an excuse, rather than wasting time, rather than being non-productive, allow this time for yourself to grow. Allow this time for yourself to evolve. Allow this time for yourself to think outside the box, to be creative, to take time for things that you hadn't taken time for. You know, if you are not taking time to work on the issues that need to be worked on, the groundwork, use this as that. You can do that, whether that's through meditation, whether that's through sitting in silence, whether that's through talking yourself through it, whether that's through reaching out to a friend saying, hey, I'm really struggling right now because I'm really uncomfortable being alone. Why are you uncomfortable being alone? Ask yourself, what is it about it? What fears, what triggers are coming up? And looking at that, finding those ways to do it, okay? So finding those things. And, it's all of this. All of this is finding that way to sit with silence. I haven't been on Facebook and all the social. I've actually spent more time going for a walk around my neighborhood, more time doing some outside gardening, feeding the birds, making sure the hummingbird feeder is filled, taking time to sit and work on inner projects and outer projects. Don't waste time being absorbed and by the news or by the TV or by the social media posts. Don't wait. That's time wasting. And why are you needing to waste that time? Why are you needing to avoid dealing with something on the inside? So do the inner work, because the inner work is really going to help you manifest better and easier anyway. That inner work is going to help you create the life you want, because this will end. You're not going to have this. You're going to wish, all right? You're going to wish. So, and taming the anxiety comes within, Tina, right? Whether you're an essential worker or not, obviously the essential workers are so needed, and there is a lot of anxiety. Most of them are very empathic, or they're dealing with the energy of others. But regardless if it's an essential worker or not, if you have anxiety, it's finding that balance within. The anxiety is worrying about what you can't control. So anxiety is a need to control that you can't, right? It's something in the future that you can't control because you don't know the outcome, so it creates anxiety. So being aware of that simple fact, bringing yourself back into presentness. In presentness, there is no anxiety and there is no depression in pure presentness. So just remember that maybe that's a sign, an opportunity to say, am I being mindful? Am I being present? And to use that as an opportunity to even take a few minutes, taking a few minutes to ground yourself, be mindful, be present. You will see astounding results just from that. Okay, so that is our Coffee with Colby for today. All right, do the inner work. Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating what can be done today. Okay, honestly, we all have stuff we can work on. Why not work on your stuff? Own your stuff first, rather than ignoring it, pushing it off, or blaming it on someone else. Take responsibility for what is yours. Own it, and then work on it. It's going to make you a better person. And you're not going to mind your own company so much. You're going to enjoy the solitude. You're going to enjoy the comfort of quiet. You're going to enjoy having an opportunity to focus on nature, to see the birds, to actually sit there and pick up and tune in to the energy of the earth once again. To tune into your higher self, your all-knowing self, and to feel the joy with that. There's no fear or anxiety or depression or worry when you do that, okay? So find that within yourself. Go for a walk in silence. It's wonderful. You'll be surprised at what you'll hear all around you. Okay? So anyhow, I love it. Thank you guys so much. Remember, Thursday night is date night. So call me up. It's 310-997-4966. I'm going to take your calls on air. Looking forward to talking with all of you. Remember, April 8th is a Wednesday night. I am doing an online online workshop for mediumship. So sign up. We're going to do a lot of exercises and a lot of practice. Again, this is a time for you to work on whatever you want to work on. So whether that's developing your own gifts, taking those to another level, maybe it's about working on your art. Have you been wanting to paint and you haven't? Grab a pencil, start drawing. Do something. Do something. Doing nothing doesn't help you. All right? Unless you're in pure meditation and peace, then it does. All right, there we go. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. Remember to shine your light, shine it bright. Feel free to share, and lots of love to everybody out there doing your part to keep us all safe, healthy, and happy. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.